StreamYard. All
That is
right.
true.
Welcome, Stu. How are you?
I'm good. Is this our new walk-on video welcoming introduction?
No, this is not our new welcoming video. We need a welcome video with all the crazy stuff you can do with video and all kinds of other stuff. I mean,
I
hell, we
know.
could probably make a walk-on video right now. In
Yeah.
fact, I'm just going to totally blow out everything that we're going to do
Oh
and
yes.
everything that I thought about doing today.
We can save it for
And
the genie hacking. We can add
right.
that to genie
And
hacking.
we're just gonna we're gonna just mess around for a minute because I haven't been doing some stuff, Stu, uh, and whatnot. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna show my screenage. I guess I'll share my sound too. Hopefully that won't do. Are you hearing echoes of me or anything, Susan?
Nope.
Are we
I'm
good?
good.
Okay. All right. So ask Gemini. We're going to use Gemini for this, and we're going to do create a video. And let's see, any of these. We do comic. Oh, yeah. Let's do a comic book.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I'm going to click on comic book, and then I'm going to grab a picture of you, Sto, StuSmithFitness.com. Where's a picture of you?
Mm, I
Not
don't
that one.
know.
That's goofy. All right.
Um, go to Meet Stu Smith. Right. Do that one. Like click the Meet Stu Smith link there.
Oh, I thought you were giving me another domain where
Oh
it's
no
like,
no no!
holy crap, excuse me. I didn't know if there was
There's got to be a picture of me in here somewhere. No, not that
oh,
good,
look at
huh?
those biceps, man. Excuse me. Um,
There's one somewhere. Oh, you'll find it in the Google machine, of course.
in the
There you go.
Google,
There you go.
which one you want? That one, the black and
Yeah,
white one, the
yeah.
green
Go
one?
go to color one. I like that one.
All right.
Color one looks good.
So copy image, paste that in there. Go to jimedwards.com, grab that one. You're supposed to say, look at those biceps.
Look at those guns.
Okay. So Stu Smith and I need a walk-on video for our podcast show. Give us a really cool intro and have some outstanding 1980s action hero theme music.
Mm,
And this is for our show, the CopyandContent.AI Report. All right, so let me clean that up a little bit. I don't know. I haven't messed around with this a bunch.
you might want to take
Um,
out I and put Jim Edwards, just so they know. But
oh yeah.
yeah,
All right. So let's see what it comes up with. There's also another one that I don't understand why they have like 5 different tools for this kind of thing, but I'll show you the other one. There's another one called I think it's Google Flow that will create 4 different versions for you of a video. Um, this could take a few minutes. What? Come on. I want it instant. All
ah,
right. So
it's making a video. It's making a video for us. How cool is that?
if you go to flow.google.com, I think that's what it is. Nope. Let's see. Google Flow Labs. Okay. So this is one. Oh my God. Okay. So what? Let's see. Nope. New project. Click on new project. I don't want to see what's new.
Hmm.
Okay, I haven't used this in a while. What do you want to create? I want to create videos. Anyway, let's see what this is doing. Your video is ready. Uh-oh.
Wow.
All right. If this is
Dang.
cool, that'll be awesome. Dude. What? What? What?
That
Oh
is,
my God.
how cool is
Dude,
that?
that is so freaking cool. All right. So hang on. Okay. That's just totally badass. Now I got to figure out how we can come on and download the damn thing.
Wow.
Did it download it yet? Okay, there it is. So we got to figure out how to load this as like a start video on
On the
this.
CopyandContent.AI report.
Yeah, so maybe media assets and video clips, intro video, select. No, I don't want that. Deselect that. How do I
That
add?
is
Oh,
so
more. Here we go.
that is so fun.
Dude, that was pretty good for a couple of knuckleheads. All right, so it's uploading it now. And oh, come on. This is okay. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. All right. So intro video, select that, set as intro video. Okay. 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 Hang on. Hang on. Hang on.
That is incredible.
All right. So,
I just learned something.
hey, everybody. Welcome to the Copy and Content AI Report. Shit. I don't know. I don't know how to play it. Um, Widgets. Nope. Media assets. I want to play it. Hey, everybody. Jim Edwards here, along with my trusty co-host, Stu Smith, and welcome to the CopyandContent.AI Report. Dude, that is
Very
crazy.
cool. I like it.
And you know, the funny thing is like 60 days ago, it sucked. I mean, it's and then that
Next
flow
level, man.
thing, you can have it do all kinds of crazy stuff. Imagine if we'd had, let's get Susan's reaction to that. She usually has a different perspective. What did you think of that video, Susan?
I mean, you got to change it up. People go blind to it after a while.
Well, true, but it was pretty fast to make, so it probably wouldn't be that hard to make a new one. But it's kind of cool.
That is cool.
How much you think we would have had to pay somebody to make a video like that 2, 3, 4 years ago?
500 to 1,000, I would think, just because of the involvement.
Yeah,
Especially
yeah,
of a comic.
Crazy.
I agree. I agree. Okay, thanks, Susan.
This AI might be moving in the right direction, Jim.
There might be something to this. Wow, that kind of blew me away a little bit. I make a video with Dexter in it. There you go. That is interesting, though. That wow. I mean, I'm kind of blown away at how fast that was. It was kind of cool. Okay, so we're finishing up the month of May. Can you believe it, Stu?
I am
The year
excited.
the year is almost half over.
Yeah, we're almost summertime.
It is summertime, isn't it?
Not until the what is it? The
I don't know.
summer equinox or something coming, or
I,
solstice.
I don't know.
Yeah, we just
Okay.
had the equinox, so it's a solstice coming up.
Well, what
in
has
June.
the theme of May been, Stu? Starts with a W.
May has been about webinars.
So it's been webinar month. That's right. And we've covered a lot. And on Genie Hacking, in the next hour, those of you who are elite members, we're going to show you how to hack together an amazing opt-in page for pretty much any webinar. I got to remember to stand in the middle over here for the one over on the shorts. But one of the most important things that you can do, like it was in the article today that got sent out to the big newsletter. This is really the secret sauce of making money with webinars. And I'm going to let you fill in the blanks, Stu. Stu loves it when I do this. It's like, I have no idea what the hell he's throwing at me. Stu, the fortune is in the
follow-up.
Yes.
Yeah. You know why I know that?
Why?
I read your article today.
Okay. So the real money is in the follow-up, and I'll tell you why. We talked about this before, but what percentage of people, let's say you have 100 people sign up for your webinar, how many people typically show up? What's the average, Stu?
10?
Damn, dude, you suck. Really?
50?
Wow, you're awesome, man. That's amazing.
25.
So it's somewhere between 25 and 30%.
Okay.
Okay.
Got it.
So 25 to 30% is typical. There are a lot of things you can do to get more people to sign up, doing reminders, indoctrinating them on the confirmation page, bribing them with stuff that's only going to be available if they show up live. So if you really, really, really put in the effort up front, I've seen it where you can get as high as 45% to show up. Okay. But I'm sure there's some, I get like a 50% show up rate. Okay, Chuckles, you got 2 people to sign up and one of them showed. Okay, that's a 50% sign up rate. As you start getting bigger groups of people, stuff happens. People forget, things pop up, kids start crying, the car needs this, other things show up, things happen. So let's say that you're magic. You are just a magical person and you can get 45 people to show up. How many people didn't show up, Stu?
55.
55 people. So 55% of the people didn't show up. They signed up. They said, hey, I'm interested. Now, from my experience of that 55%, about half of them were just excited in the moment, and you're never going to hear from them. They're not going to pay attention. They scratched an itch by signing up, and then that was pretty much the extent of what they did. So that leaves about, let's just say, 27 people that are up for grabs, along with the 45 people who showed up. Now, let's say that you are an amazing salesperson. Let's say that you've got an amazing pitch, you've got an amazing stack, you've got an offer that people can't say no, you've got a reason for them to buy now, you had a reason for them to stay all the way till the end, you had the most beautiful price drop, everything was perfect. What's your closing percentage of the 45 people that are there right there on the webinar? What would you say would be a great closing percentage?
I'd say half of that.
Okay, that is like the ultimate. I think the highest I've ever had is a 45% closing rate.
No.
Okay, so but let's say 50%. Okay, so that means you sold 22 people. And if 22 people bought out of 45, how many people didn't buy?
23.
23. What's 27 plus 23?
50.
50. So now we got 50 people, fully half of the people who raised their hands and said yes, they're interested, They want the result that you promised on the webinar, but for whatever reason, they didn't pull the trigger on buying. Is there still some money here?
Absolutely.
So out of those 50 people, we got some people that never even saw the webinar yet. We got some people that saw the webinar and they probably have questions. We got some people that saw the webinar, probably have questions, and they're still procrastinators. So we got several stages that we need to take these people through in order for them to be able to, make a good decision. So what we do to follow up with these people, and feel free to comment in especially if you're doing webinars, comment in however, and let me know if any of this is resonating with you. Any of these numbers look normal or right to you. But one of the ways I like to look at the follow-up sequence is to think of it like we got to get clear for everybody on why they should buy. So it's actually, this is an acronym for a 5-step process. So the first thing we got to do once the webinar's over is we got to have them connect with the replay. So that means the people who did not see it, those who saw it but maybe got interrupted or weren't able to stay till the end or got distracted or missed something or want to review it again or want to see the demo or all the various reasons why somebody would want to see it again, that they start screaming about 10 minutes into the thing. Is there going to be a replay? 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 They only budgeted 60 minutes for it and you went 67. They only budgeted 30 minutes and you went 60, whatever the giant number of reasons. The first thing you got to do is you got to connect with them with the replay. Here's the replay. Okay. And what you really want to do when we say connect with the replay is we want to connect with the original promise that was used to get them to sign up. Hey, Stu, remember you said you wanted to know this, and this. Well, man, we more than delivered in today's webinar. In fact, we even threw in some extra stuff. People were going nuts. The Q&A was lighting up. And people were amazed at the fact that we revealed this, and this. So whether you miss the replay or miss the webinar and want to catch the replay, or you were there live and want to re-catch everything, you can do that. Here's the link. So that's what we want to do. That's the first step, right? Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
Okay. So now here's the big mistake that most people make in their webinar follow-up. Do you want to know what it is?
Yes.
Tomorrow, hey, Stu, here's a replay. Time's running out. 2 days later, hey, Stu, here's a replay. Time's running out. 3 days later, hey, Stu, here's the replay. Time's running out. Okay, no shit, Chickles. Sorry,
Chickles.
What? When they hit me with the paddles, I think it addled my brain a little bit. They know there's a replay, okay? If they wanted to see the replay, they've seen it by now, or they're aware that there's a replay. They're aware that they could sit down and watch the replay if they wanted to. But now part of them is like, yeah, I'm interested in that promise, but I'm also like thinking about the next thing that's coming up. I'm thinking about the next webinar, the next bright, shiny object, the next big thing. I'd really rather watch 3 rerun episodes of Friends than actually to sit down and watch this 60-minute webinar where I know they're going to show me something. Okay. So pretty much you can get away with here's the replay for the first couple. And so the first one is connect the replay to the promise. And then what you want to do is lead them back to the promise with the replay. So a second one is, hey, maybe you might do it with a little future pacing of Stu, think about what it's going to be like when you can do X, Y, and Z. And we show you in the webinar exactly how you're able to do that. And we already have people getting results. So you want to, and these are not big ass long 20-page emails, because do you read big long 20-page emails, Stu?
I don't, Jim.
No, I don't either. You got to hit me within the first couple of lines. Now, that's different than a blog post or a newsletter or something like that, where I'm actually might be interested in it. When we're talking about follow-up emails, it's you get a few sentences and that's it. So next, after that, pretty much you've established the replay is here, and it's only going to be, it can't stay up forever. That's good sales copy, by the way. It can't stay up forever. Yeah, no crap. I mean, at some point, the Earth is going to collapse back into the universe in 100 billion years and stuff like that, but we'll be gone. So at this point, we have to start hitting them with different stuff. So one thing you can do, like with this one, hey, here's the replay. Well, getting stuff transcribed is so easy now. You could offer something else. Hey, not only for those of you who like to, those of you that like to read rather than watch, here's a transcript. Or you could, here's a Cliff Notes. It's so easy to do that now. Taking your webinar, going into Otter, or some, I'm sure there are others besides Otter, but you can take the recording, have it transcribed, offer people the raw transcript, or you could create different stuff from the transcript, like checklists and other things that people might find valuable that you can use as a follow-up reason. And then you can have them go to a web page and download them and see your offer again. Or you can put these things onto the replay page. So, hey, we just added to the replay page the transcript. Hey, we just added a Cliff Notes to the replay page. And what's on the replay page is also the offer, right? So it's getting them over there, trying to get them different stuff to be able to digest. So now what we need to do is eliminate doubt. Okay. What does that mean? That means we send emails that have FAQs in them. Hey, a lot of people have been asking, here are some questions. We can overcome objections. We basically have to remove the hesitation that there's something in their way that wasn't, it might be about the topic, it might be about their ability to get the result, it might be about the offer itself, but we need to start dismantling those objections. Now, you can do that with email. I've also done it in the past with an FAQ webinar. Depending on your price point, depending on how many people you had sign up, you can just say, hey, you know what? We had a bunch of questions people had about what was going on. And so I came up with the top 10 questions that people have. I'm going to hit those. We're going to jump on live. I'm going to hit those, and then I'll be there to answer any questions you have about the topic or about the offer. And then guess what I'm going to do? I don't put that in the email follow-up. I'm going to repitch. Okay. Yeah. So then the A stands for activate urgency. Now, this is where your emails shift from all about the content. So it's like, this is content, 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 and offer. So the first one is, hey, get the replay, here's the content. Second one is, here's different flavors, different ways to digest the content. This one is about the content and the offer. Now we're getting down into the offer. This is where we're talking about reasons to act now. We're talking about bonuses. We're introducing the deadline. We might start having countdown clocks, things like that. Now it's getting down to the wire because we want to activate the people who say, yeah, I know I need to get it, but I'm going to wait till the last possible moment to make the decision because that's just how about 20% of the people are. So they're going to wait till the very last email that you send, but we need to start letting them know, hey, the end is coming. And then finally, the R stands for require a decision. This is where you tell them, hey, you know what? Today's the last day. But you know what? That's not good enough. So we usually send 2 emails on the last day. How many emails, Stu?
2.
2. Because we send it on the last day, and then a few hours before we send a final courtesy notification that, hey, this is your final notification that in order to get this, and this, this is it. Okay. At midnight, at whenever, close of business, the offer's gone forever. Or this particular offer is gone. Now, you just got to make sure that that offer is really gone, or that you use language like, this is the last time I'm going to contact you about this. That doesn't mean the offer's going away, but in your mind, it's like, oh, snap, it's going away. No, this is the last time I'm going to contact you about this. It's a little bit different language, but you have to tell people the truth.
Yeah.
And that's why if you are going to say, okay, this offer will not be repeated, the easiest way to do that is to add a special bonus for this offer that you did on the webinar, and then just remove that bonus. That doesn't mean you can never sell your thing again. It doesn't mean you have to raise the price. It doesn't. All it's saying is this specific offer will never be made again. And if you pull out a bonus, then you're legitimately doing it. Now, if you rely only on that as the main mechanism to get people to make a decision, people will start to think that you're a dork after a while because, oh yeah, he doesn't really mean that. So they need to see a stark difference between the offer that you're making here and the normal offer, whatever it is you're selling. And one of the easiest ways to do that is with live training as a bonus, because that creates a justification for the deadline of why they have to buy now. So like you, Stu, if you were doing something with your never quit mindset, and you were going to do a live Q&A to get everybody ready for summer, for, let's say, where, I mean, this isn't perfect, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Okay, this is going to be the summer blitz, and this is going to be where I'm going to show you exactly how, through periodization, these 3 months are the most important as far as if you're going to be building up your cardio strength. I'm going to be teaching exclusive lessons about that to set the stage for summer and be able to answer your questions. Obviously, we got to get this done now because summer starts next week. And so we're going to be doing this training on Monday at 2:00. So in order for me to have everything squared away, you got to sign up by noon on Monday. And it's like, oh, okay, that makes perfect sense. Yeah, I want to have my best summer ever. I want a bikini body. So that's why you'll see stuff like in live. It's these principles of a real deadline that makes sense. So you'll see, like, when people are selling from stage and they're trying to get you to make a decision to buy, oftentimes what they'll do is say, okay, we're going to have a kickoff lunch. So you have to sign up now so we know how many lunches to tell the kitchen to make. It's total bullshit because it's a buffet.
Right.
And they know plus or minus how many they're going to get. But that in your mind is like, oh, yeah, that makes sense. That's why they have to do it. So anyway, just to summarize, if you're thinking about follow-up, and then I want to show you something kind of cool. You gotta take people through this clear steps to help them get clear on why they want this, why they should get it now, why they have to act now. So first one is just have them connect the replay to the promise. That's where you scoop up the people who couldn't make it, who forgot, something happened, they couldn't finish. These are where you get your easy ones. Then you got to lead them back to the promise that was tied to what you taught. And if you want, give them different ways to absorb the information. Okay. Then after that, the emphasis is off of the content itself and onto and start shifting over onto the offer. So we need to eliminate their objections and their doubt through frequently asked questions, overcoming objections, maybe even an FAQ webinar. And this is as much about the offer as it is about the topic. And then now it's all about the offer, which is, hey, you got to act now. Bonuses are disappearing, deadlines tomorrow, that kind of stuff. And then you got to make a decision, require a decision. And usually do that with a 2-step, which is, hey, today's the last day. And then this is it. This is it. Poop or get off the pot. Which actually is a significant saying if you live in a home that only has one bathroom. Just saying. Been there, done that. So if we were going to do that, how would we do that? Well, what do we have that would help us to be able to do said thing? And of course, Stu, we have
a genie,
the brand new sales webinar genie. And I'm going to pull that up. And now I got to get back over to you. Here we go. Okay. So this is the sales webinar genie. And I'm going to load a project. Refresh. And this is a webinar. Basically what this does, we demoed this last week on the, it was last week on the masterclass. We released this, but for those of you who didn't see it, the Sales Webinar Genie, this helps you based on your avatar, based on your offer, and based on your user profile. This will help you to create 3 different types of sales webinars: the 5 questions, the 3 secrets, and the basic steps. And then it also creates all of your marketing materials for you. So it helps you brainstorm everything: your webinar title and subtitle, your core promise, talking points, objections. It'll write your introduction slides, your training slides, your transition offer stack slides, offer close objections, CTA slides, reason act now guarantee slides, and optional close boosters. I mean, this is like decades of copywriting experience jammed into this thing.
Damn.
But then what it also does is it creates all of your promotional copy, including it'll create your landing page, which again, we're going to talk about on Genie hacking here in the next hour. And then it'll create all of your promo emails as well. So the thing is, not only will it create your promo emails, look at that, explode your profits and dominate your industry. Excuse me. With professional level webinar sales messages, ads, and instant content you can produce in minutes. Holy crap, sign me up. So
Nice.
It does all the promo stuff, but it also does all the follow-up stuff. So replay emails with cart close. Now, this does a pretty cool thing in that it follows plus or minus this sequence here, but it gives you enough opportunity to be able to adapt it to your particular situation. Okay, so the first one is, and it ties everything to specific dates. So it tells you even when to send. So if you did it on a Tuesday, we did ours last Tuesday, thanks for joining me. Here you go. All right. Next day is, hey, here's the thing. And then it introduces some information about the offer. Now we start getting into the FAQ. But here's the thing. You're probably going to have to come up with your own FAQ. The Genie can't necessarily come up with the questions that people are asking on that thing, but it gives you the framework to be able to do it. But now we get into the urgency, and then we get into the last call, and then we get into the final courtesy reminder. So this will get you 95 yards down the field and make it amazing. So look at this. Final warning, offer expires at midnight. Last chance, act now. I showed you live how to get professional, high quality sales copy in minutes. So, and you're like, hey, that even seems a little long. All right, well, here's what you can do. And this thing, man, this is the biggest one I've ever done. But you can do overall email message style. It can take that down to nutshells short. And we can save this to, let's do this with in your face, direct response, aggressive, bold, unapologetically sales driven. All right, let's do our last one. But this is going to save you a ton of time. And then I want to, Jonathan just put in a comment that I want to acknowledge here. But I want to see this. So Jonathan said, I held my first webinar, 8 people attended, had 20 people signed up. But look at this. All right, we'll finish that. Final call. We're live in an hour. Last chance to join live. This is, wrong one. Well, no, that's the last call for getting them to sign up.
Right.
Okay, so I did the wrong one. Let's do the replay one here. I don't know why it gave me that. And that's the final courtesy one. Come on. Might be, okay, here you go. This is your last shot. Last time I'll contact you. CopyandContent.AI offers it ends at midnight tonight. Get the details now or watch the replay. I mean, that pretty much comes down to it.
That's basic.
So, again, it can get you 95 yards down the field. So I want to answer a question. And for those of you who are elite members, you have access to that new Genie. If you didn't watch the training last week, you should. And if you're not a member and you're like, holy crap, Jim, are you saying you've got a Genie that will help me create the webinar, do the slides, create the pitch, do all that stuff? And the answer is yes. This is the thing that I have wanted for probably 10 years, and I got it and got it to work. So Jonathan says, I held my first webinar, 8 people attended, 20 signed up. So that's not bad. That's like a 40% show up rate. I'd love to know how long you think I should spend on promotion to get around 100 or 200 signups. My program is about personal finance. I'm Jonathan, the guy from Costa Rica. Okay, so here's the deal, dude. You had 8 people attend and 20 people sign up. So you got to practice your webinar and deliver it. So now go promote it again. However you promote it again. At the same time, you now have 20 people on your list that you can promote to again. So 12 of those people didn't show up. However many people did or didn't buy, the funny thing is that people who come to your webinar will come to your webinar again, even though if it's the sales, it's the weirdest thing. You'll even have people that buy will show up to what they know is a webinar, just pitching them on something they've already bought. So do it again, promote it again, build up your list. If you want to try and get more signups, once you've got, you're going to have to do it with paid ads, or you're going to have to do it with somebody else's list with affiliates. And so it's a spiraling thing. But the most important thing is that you promote it, you do it, you practice, you learn, and the numbers will start to come. And you're going to say, you mean do it again, even if only 10 people sign up? Yep. It's good practice. Right? because you do that sales webinar over and over and over and over. It's the real money comes from perfecting that thing and then turning it evergreen. The trap that you fall into, like with me, you get a big enough list. It's like, okay, I got my list. I got to entertain my list. I got to come out with a new offer. And so you do a webinar, you come out with the offer, people sign up, and then you go and fulfill the thing. And then you got people on your list, and you're like, instead of going out and promoting this thing and doing it again and doing it again and doing it again, you're like, I got to come up with something new for the people that I've already got. And so, and you're too busy to go and advertise the thing and do it again and do it again and do it again and do it again. And that's, if I could go back and start over from scratch, I would still build my list, but I would put more emphasis in my schedule and in my skill development and everything that I have done to focus on running a lot more ads and converting that traffic, and always having that be a big part of my business, instead of, oh crap, things are kind of leveling off or going down a little bit because the list is bored or whatever. So now we got to go ramp up to run ads. Your ads and your stuff should be steady. And if you were to keep your ads and your introduction of new ads steady, and you had people adding to your list, the majority of your effort could go here, but your profits would go like this if you were adding value to your list along the way at the same time. But what happens is, this is boring and hard and scary for most people, the running of the ads. So this is what happens for most people with trying to do it just off of your list and social media and stuff. And most people quit here.
Yeah.
So anyway, all right. Well, I think that's enough for today, Stu. And you know what I'd like to do real quick?
What's that?
I'd like to make us an outro video. You down with that?
It was easy enough to make the beginner, so let's do it.
Okay. So let's see if it'll do this. Okay. Now make an outro video with the same characters and the same overall theme, but this should say, thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time. And let's see what it does. I may need to, a lot of times with these things, you got to tell them you got to reintroduce everything. Like, here are the pictures, here's the thing. I'll be curious to see if it will carry the stuff over. But now we got to have an outro video. Yeah, Jonathan, it's just keep going. That's the big thing, is just keep going. He said, currently have a list of 120 that I've gradually compiled. So that's good. Most people don't have a list with 120 people on it. So now you got 120 people. Imagine if you had 120 people in a room. So how are you going to treat them every week? Are you going to turn out a little, you're going to send out a little tip? You're going to send out a little something, a little tickle, the group that size, that'd be fun. Send them out a little something, keep them interested, give them some value. Do another webinar. The cool thing, the funny thing is that while this thing's going, with the sales webinar Genie, you could take the exact same input and you could create one webinar as the 3 secrets, create another webinar with the 5 questions, and another one with the basic steps.
Awesome.
And you could have 3 different webinars that are basically pushing the same thing, pitching the same thing, working the same thing, but it would come across completely differently. and you could test to see which one did which. And I pretty much would tell you that people aren't going to say, hey, this is the same crap, because it's not. It's 3 different ways of trying to get them to the same place. Come on, man. I got a pro account. Y'all got to give me this.
In a minute and 20 seconds.
But who's timing? This is Stu Smith and his famous stopwatch. I showed you that cool, do you want to see that cool timer that I got? I got 2 of them. I went all old school and stuff. Let me plug this in. You're going to be like, that's so goofy. But this is the timer that I've been using.
Oh, it's ready.
Check this out. Can you see it?
I do.
Make it big. Hang on. I got this for $10 at the thrift store, right? So you literally move the thing to like however much time you want to give it, and then you turn it on, and it just counts down. It's so much cooler than your phone, man. It feels all like Rocky's Dungeon type thing.
I love that. Yeah.
And then it you can daisy chain them together. They didn't know what they thought. Maybe it was medical lab or photography or something like that. Huh. But you can daisy chain them, so like this one will run for 5 minutes and the other one will run for 7. And you plug it in so it'll turn the other one on.
Huh.
So anyway, it's just freaking cool. And so much cooler than using Siri. Hey Siri, set a 1 minute timer. You know, it's just, this is like, this manly thing that's gonna growl at me. Okay. Stu's like, I don't care.
Hey, it's ready. It took less than 2 minutes.
All right, here we go. Okay, that's kind of goofy, but we'll go with it. All right, so I remember how to do this. We go into media assets.
It misspelled content, though. Don't know if you noticed that, but copy ENT. We're like ears, nose, throat specialists.
Okay, hang on. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, thanks for joining us, everybody. And if you're not a member of Copy and Content, you should be. Head on over to CopyandContent.AI. And if you want to get buff and otherwise look amazing and cool, head on over to StuSmithFitness.com. For elite members, check your email or make sure you check the calendar, because in about 12 minutes, we're going to be over on the Zoom link teaching you specifically genie hacking stuff about how to hack together your opt-in page for any webinar. So we'll see you next time, everybody. We'll have to work on that. All right, everybody. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Oh, dude, when I say end stream, it says play outro and end stream. That's cool. Here we go.